Hey y'all, it's Bree here, but more so like a story time. Hence the shirt. So this story time is pretty much just gonna be about the time that I tried psychedelics. I tried the shroomies and it really like did something for me. You know, anybody experimented with psychs, just let me know. Let me know y'all experience for one, because I'm gonna keep it maybe just a little bit above the surface. I ain't gonna go super in depth of like what happened, but I'm gonna just let y'all know I definitely tried shroomies and them bitches changed my life. And not like oh, I seen colors melting together and fucking shit walking down the street. No, I meant like it was on some inside out type shit. Like it was one of them type moments. You know, this is just my story. I'm not like, they're psychs, so like if you want to try it or you did it or whatever, that's on you. However, don't watch this video and be like, oh yeah, this was your experience, I want to have that. Like it was way more, it was like scary. It was scary. There was a lot of shit that fucking happened internally, like mentally, that I had to like really unpack and go through and figure out. And it wasn't like an overnight thing to get back to like a comfortable space. So rewind. When I first started, of course, I'm happy and I'm like, ooh, I want to try them. I like watched a handful of videos, I'll say, handful of videos I watched, and I'm like, ooh, people like, oh, this was this, and you know, I know all about microdosing and stuff like that. People saying like, oh, I use sex every day, like in a microdose stage. And I'm like, okay, it's not something I'm gonna be doing every day, because I don't do it every day. At that time too, I was like, put you in the mindset that I was in. Like I smoked the weeds every day, all day. Like me and weeds was best friends. Talk about that. I'll make a video about smoking weed too, but smoking weed was my BFF that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So like we were smoking, I smoked all day and I was drinking wine too. And like full disclosure, I don't think when you on psychs you're supposed to mix anything with them. I know that now. Don't mix anything. If you fucking on psychs, you need to drink water. And that's it. But yeah, so just that mindset. I was smoking, I was drinking, and then I was experimenting with the psychs. I felt like I was gonna be cool. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a cool experience or whatever. Every time I took them, I kept saying, I want to have a life-changing experience. I want to have a life-changing experience. Literally kept saying that. And in my little small head, I'm thinking life-changing experience is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna see some weird shit. Like, no, it was like the therapy I never fucking had before, times like 20. Like, went through some scary shit, okay? Like, it was cool. Off of my like plan, my plan was to take them monthly. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna just do it until this life-changing experience happened, my damn dumbass. Granted, if you wanna try psych, I'll wait. My damn dumbass talk about something. Yeah, I want to try them every month. I went like 2-3 months with doing them consistently, and then I like took a break for like 2 months, and then I started back for another like month or so before the shit hit the fan. Like shit hit the fan. So come January of this year, like January, February, I was all good. I genuinely remember January, March. Maybe like March, I took them. That was my last time taking them. And shit just started feeling so weird. Like, as far as the people that was around me, like I went through this phase of just not trusting anybody, not trusting myself, not believing like anything that people said. Like literally just being super skeptical about everything in life in general. Like, is this a motherfucking table? Like shit like that. Like just random weird shit. Just overly thinking overly thinking. And I've always been a person that like lived inside my mind, so like I overthink anyway. So the overthinking was like, it skyrocketed through the roof. And then also I've like always been, it made me unpack a lot of things. I said that. So like I've always been super introverted, don't have a lot of friends, kind of stayed to myself. And like I knew myself to have just anxiety, but like to the point where I could suppress it, I could still do things. But I realized like how many times I like left places, or I didn't allow myself to go to places because I was feeling anxious. And it's like before then I wasn't really in the space to like acknowledge it. I just kept, you know, sweeping it under the rug. So this experience honestly just made me realize a lot about myself. Like it made me realize a lot about myself. It made me realize how anxious of a person I was, how much I need to go to fucking therapy and need to talk to people. It made me like kind of hone in on the things that matter. So I got I got to a point where I was just like around my friends and family, like not even around my friends, because I told you I went through a stage of just questioning everything. So around people that's blood to me, I just spent time. It's like I was a baby attached to my mom's hip, attached to like my family. It was so nerve-wracking for me to just go out and do things. Like I fucking developed a fear of flying. I like flew places before, not thinking. I love flying, I love catching flight, shit, who don't? But like literally got scared to fucking fly, didn't go places because I was scared to leave. Like just a lot of just weird shit. Like really, it put everything around me into perspective. It honestly put my life on hold. And if it was a thing that I went through, was like, okay, you can't stay in this state of mind for forever. Like you can't do it. There's no progression here. You're not even comfortable in the state of mind thinking that you do, so you have to start doing things differently. And when I tell you, making them steps to doing things to get back to like normalcy, wherever the fuck that is, like taking them steps was very, very difficult, very, very strenuous, it was very, very tough, very tough for me. People were saying that I had a bad trip or whatever. Like I don't know if people experience it to this degree, but like, if you know me in real life, you fucking know shit happened. Like shit hit the fucking fan. And I'm not blaming it solely on the shrooms. I'm gonna say it just was a combination of overthinking and just being super anxious, like having an anxiety attack. I had an anxiety attack which kind of started everything, and I've never had one of them before, like ever. So I had an anxiety attack, and it kind of just snowballed into this big ass fucking thing. It was horrible. It was horrible. Today I'm just feeling super blessed, super grateful to being in, just out of that state of mind, and like feeling how I feel today, because like I feel so much like just confident in myself. I feel a lot of just calmness, and I genuinely feel like it was supposed to happen. Like for me, it was supposed to roll out like that. Like all the shit, like I wish all the time that it didn't have to escalate to the degree that it did. But honestly, how I was going about life and living my life, it just was not it. And listen, I'm super intuitive, okay? All the cancers out there, super intuitive. Also, if you're a cusp birthday, super intuitive. Mind you, if you're friends with a person who's a cusp birthday, just love on them extra hard. Give them your patience, because they go through a lot. Like genuinely, they go through a lot. But I genuinely feel like it was supposed to happen the way that it did, because how I was living, I honestly used to tell people, they ask me like, how you doing, how you feeling, and I would just say surviving. Like mentally I wasn't there, like physically my body was crazy, like I lost so much weight. It was just crazy. I was stressed the fuck out. Mind you, stressed the fuck out, okay? Just being in this stage of like uncertainty and like a gray area. It was not good. It was not good at all. So like I really tested the people who's in my life, I tested their relationships this year. Like, our relationship and friendship never has been tested this much. Like, it was a really difficult year for me, and honestly it was because I was just so angry. Like, I had a lot of pent up anger, a lot of pent up sadness, and I genuinely did not know how to express it, like, with words, or felt like I couldn't talk to these people because me and my friends are around the same age. So it's like, I don't want to go and dump all the shit that's going on in my life on them, because they're figuring their life out too. Like, they're doing things for themselves and for their families too. And then it got to a point where I just strayed away from everything, strayed away from old friends, strayed away from old family, to the point where it got super awkward, to the point where it got super awkward, where I felt like I can't interact with these people. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like an introverted, like, Cancer thing. Like, after not talking to somebody for so long, it's not like it's any love lost, because I genuinely love these people. Like, it's no love lost, but I just feel like after so long, with going so long without talking to these people, it's really weird. Like, it's just really weird, and I'm awkward as fuck as far as initiating conversation and shit like that. That's not my stilo. Like, a people person, that's not my stilo. So this is another reason why I started this channel, because I'm like, bitch, you need to learn how to fucking interact with people. So that's that little story time. I made this shirt because I really just wanted to. Let me know if you like it. I made this bitch. I thought it was cool. This is like my whole living in my truth thing. Blah, blah, blah. Will I do socks again? No. I was scared of doing tabs. Yeah, I was scared of doing fucking tabs and acid and all that extra shit. So I was like, ooh, shrooms, good. Yeah, no. Mind you, if you do want to try them, my recommendation is to read articles. Like, very ironic, after I was coming out all of that, or going through it, I found this article, and I'm like, I kind of wish I would have found this article before, because it would have told me, like, bitch, maybe you just need to try these bitches once and just be done with it. Like, try whatever you need to try in life to get you to wherever it is you need to go to. But genuinely, I feel like it was just my moment to have like this experience, because granted, I never went through anything like that before. And I sort of, like, my thing is, certain people look at it like, oh, why would you do that, or you flipped out because of this. And it's like, yeah, but granted, like, I lived in my bubble for so long. I didn't experience certain shit like this, like big ass traumatic shit. Like, I feel for the people who gone through traumatic experiences young, like, especially in the Black community. Like, I have friends who seen their friends get shot and, you know, killed, and people who super close to them, they lose family members often, and it's like super sad, and just, it makes you numb to a lot of things. And granted, like, it's not a bragging thing, because it's nothing to brag about, but nothing has really hit me hard to like make me be like, bitch, you need to fucking stay on track, do something like productive with your time. Like, you can't just let time go by, because like literally you could be here today, gone tomorrow. So that's pretty much my story time, my eventful shroom trip. I tried them maybe a couple too many times. Like I said, if you want to try them shits once, microdose, mix them with some tea, dilute them shits all the way down. Try them once, don't go back. It's okay. Don't try them if you're smoking weed. When they say your mood stabilizes, it's not like, oh, I'm feeling good today. No, it's literally like, bitch, your deep, dark, inner, how do your soul feel? Like, how does your heart feel? Is it anything that's weighing on your subconscious? Because that's the shit that gets brought out. Like, you have to be a happy ass person, legit, to, I feel like, have just a happy ass go lucky trip. Mind you, my first time off of them, it was very, very happy. I felt happy. Like, kind of gave me the same feeling of like the first time me smoking weed. Second, I'm just saying this, I don't think smoking weed is a gateway to anything. I'll make a video too about it. I didn't try the shrooms because I was a smoker. I tried to tried the shrooms because I wanted to, and it happened the way that it happened. Thank God that it happened. Thank God that I'm able to talk about it now, because I went through a period where I could not talk about it. I did not want to talk about what happened. It was just weird. It was so weird. Honestly, it was probably the weirdest to date, the weirdest, like, cringe-worthy experience I ever put myself through. So hopefully this this little chat, I don't know, it gives somebody some answers. Like, if you was thinking about trying them shits, you know, try them shits with caution. Do your research, work on your aura, work on yourself. Like, make sure that you love yourself, make sure that everything is good around you, make sure you're around the right people, so you don't do no weird shit. If you find yourself doing some weird shit, you know, like, hopefully the people that's surrounding you genuinely love you, because hopefully you don't gotta get as crazy as it did with me, but your relationship will be tested, and it's not cute. Thanks for listening to me rant. Thanks for listening to me, like, tell this choppy ass story, because it's like I wanted to give enough detail to people that they, like, be able to relate and understand, and, like, kind of pull some advice from it. But I didn't want to go super deep because it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. It got embarrassing type. Like, it was not cute. It was not cute at all. But I'm here today, so I'm very, very grateful for that. Me and my friends are still friends, thank God. Like, I still feel a large amount of just, like, I am deeply sorry. Like, I am so sorry that I put y'all through this shit, to everybody. So thanks for watching.